Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh shit, that's so weird.
They are fucking superior. I have like all the books like laid out beside me, and they're not in the way anymore. I'm so happy.
Happy about that. Was I dragged into call and not given the chance to come here on my own?
Yes.
Yeah, you were dragged. I was also dragged.
You guys, who dragged you in? You guys don't need to be dragged in here if you don't want to be.
I did.
Why'd you drag them in against their will?
Take
Because we
bunk
were
you on the
already
head.
sitting. We were
I
already
was
all
trying
sitting
to
in a
say
voice call
something to
together and
Owl.
agreed to it.
I was still trying to say something to Owl, and you just kind of yoinked without checking.
Hi, Tunis.
Like whatever.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm just getting stuff set up. Sorry, it's just taking a hot minute because I got a lot to cover. I got a lot of ground to. We got a lot of updates and shit, and I'm just. I read the entirety of the 500 Worlds story before stream, so I'm it's fresh in my mind right now. And oh boy, we got a lot to cover. So it's just But how are all of you guys? How you all doing?
Excited. It's almost Friday. And I can finally stop being tortured.
It's Wednesday.
Yes, I know, and I said it's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday.
You can stop torturing me.
Pretty good. I've nearly built Darkwater. Nice. It appears that the subscriptions have slowed down, thank God. I want a story of Leandros' crash out when Titus was second company captain again. I don't think he would crash out. And he's not brought up at all in this book.
Really?
Yeah. Leandros is not brought up at all.
Is he even still assigned to the second company as their chaplain still?
Probably not, honestly. Any one-word reactions on the book? Fuck. That is my initial reaction after finishing this part of the campaign, is fuck.
Also, I will say though, if I was Haldar, I would want to keep Andrews and Titus as far away as fucking possible from each other.
Yeah, no, that's an adjective and a verb. Well chosen. I thought the way he was riding Titus in Space Marine 2 made it clear he didn't like him being back. It's
Complicated.
It's complicated.
It's a yaoi relationship.
Leandros is a fucking tsundere.
Wrong though?
So, Will has read this entire book because he got the book. He got it before me because my copy got stuck in Memphis, Tennessee, because your guys' infrastructure sucks. And Will has the advantage of being in the UK. Fucker.
Does it snow in Tennessee?
With how much it snowed in the South over the past decade, this should have been fixed by now. Actually, so
He's not wrong.
For most places, the energy grid is fine. It's from the energy grid to your house that's the problem. And replacing all those cables is gonna take 20 years. worlds at a minimum.
Either way, so getting off that, because I don't want to get into an argument about American infrastructure as it's collapsing.
I have a pretty.
Yeah. So, Digital. Surprisingly, Titus's plot armor isn't that strong in this book. He actually... They get their asses kicked a lot in this book.
Good.
I'm going to make this a private lobby just in case. Because I don't need people trying to join. So, what's today's topic? I didn't read the thumbnail. We're talking about the 500 Worlds of Ultramar! And basically we're talking about the book and all the interesting stuff within it that they revealed about the realms of Ultramar, who's currently, like, leading the fight to reclaim the lost worlds of Ultramar, and essentially, like, what is the point of this campaign? Because, like, I see a lot of people online being understandably confused, because it's like, what do you mean, like, we're retaking the 500 worlds? What the hell do you mean by that? And, like, wait, actually 500 worlds? Does the Ultramarines have that many places under their command?
Used to.
Used to. So, gonna be my Ultramarine for this, but do you reckon Space Marine 3 will be a continuation of this? If the storyline doesn't wrap up before then, probably. Because remember, Space Marine 2 is only like 2 years old now, right? Or barely like a year old?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, so... So, Space Marine 2's plot is all done and wrapped up. Like, all the missions that we're playing out now, they have already happened. Any further missions that are added to Space Marine 2 are considered to have happened, so long as Akaran is the one talking to you. So... 500 regular worlds are broken up into Agri and other worlds. So that's the thing. So the book specifies that the 500 worlds of Ultramar is an exaggeration. It might be a bit smaller. It might be a bit bigger. We don't know. No one's been keeping a proper record. Will, if you're trying to talk, I can't hear you at all, bud.
I just literally sat down and I was upstairs.
Okay. So, yeah, the 500 worlds is exaggerated, but the idea of this campaign is that Gilliman essentially is trying to find a real-world comparison here. Gilliman is basically trying to reunite the Roman Empire, is the best way to put it. So, just like the Byzantines, he wants to unite the realms of Ultramar under one banner and bring them back into the folds of the Imperium for his own reasons. Hi, Bob. Oop, and Shadow's gone. Alright, so it's just us.
Oh, actually, one of my first questions. They said all the worlds, including the ones that have been exterminated. How are they handling that?
They haven't clarified that yet. They haven't clarified, like, worlds they blew up. So, the idea is that each war zone of the 500 worlds has been divvied up into 4 quadrants: north, south, east, and west. Each quadrant is under the command of a tetrarch, which is someone Gilliman assigned to lead that sector of Ultramar. So, like, you got Marnius Calgar, you got the first Captain Agerman, then you got the Doom Eagles chapter master, and I think there was one more.
Yes. But usually it's somebody from successor chapter.
Yeah.
Hey.
Doom
One of the more
Eagles.
interesting chapters too.
Yeah, it's Oh, and he's got Captain Felix on another one. So there's 3 Ultramarine captains and 1 Doom Eagle. So they're all in charge of 1 sector of Ultramar, like 1 war zone each. And
Digital Viking, kind
is Ultramar meritocracy for meritocracy? Fuck, what's a meritocracy again?
You're promoted based on your own merit and abilities.
Yes. So, at least for Gilliman, he tries to lean towards meritocracy. He understands that just because you're born into a noble house doesn't mean that you're fucking deserving of leadership. So he only
at the end of the day, it's still the Imperium.
It's still the Imperium, and the 500 worlds are. It's made very clear in the book it's not going well. Like, it's made abundantly clear in the books that this campaign is slow. It's very slow because all the 500 worlds have varying opinions, are in varying states of conditions, and are either in the mindset of, oh, thank God, someone finally came to save us, to the other opinion of, I've been doing just fine without your worthless ass. Why should I join you?
We've been independent for the last 10,000 years. Why?
Yeah, so that's the situation they're running into. In fact, for, I think, the Doom Eagles side of things, it was reported to the chapter master of the Doom Eagles that one world is not bending the knee because it's completely controlled by criminal syndicates. And the criminal syndicates are all arguing about, like, okay, but what do I get out of it? And they've actively started taking prisoners.
Yeah, and also, if they get brought back into the Imperium, there's going to have to be a governor, which is usually a family-based thing. So I'm betting they're all fighting over that honor, too.
Oh, yeah, it's a shit show. And it's made very clear that each guy is handling their war zone very differently from the others. Marnius is very busy, so he's like having...
He's not there. Like,
yeah, he's not there. He has someone else running it for him, and without him there, it is a very clear struggle. Because, like, his lieutenants are just like, what? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, it's the chapter master of the Doom Eagles, chapter master of the Genesis chapter, Captain Felix of the 7th Company, and First Captain Agaman of the 1st Company, who are the 4 Tetrarchs.
Yeah.
Technically, Marnius Calgar, he is the warden of Macragge, so he is, like, the one that's, like, the center bit. He's theoretically meant to be coordinating it, but he's dealing with Highfleet Leviathan right now.
Yeah, it's a shit show.
No, Titus is apparently patrolling the edges.
Yeah, so I'll get to Titus's bit here in a minute. But least to say, everybody has run into problems. The first Captain Agerman, he's basically fighting word bearers. He got bogged down in a campaign fighting word bearers. Captain Felix is currently dealing with gene stealer cults and other Tyranids along with orc pirates. Doom Eagles are dealing with what essentially is now being labeled the cursed part of the 500 Worlds campaign. Because every time the Doom Eagles go somewhere and they conquer it, it swiftly gets unconquered. Like, it is... If you didn't know any better, you would call it very bad strokes of luck. And then the Genesis chapter is just encountering the same bullshit that any other Space Marine chapter would. They're trying their best. So, this book, at least, it informs us how the campaign's going. Not good. But it is very clearly the, hey, let's catch up with Titus after the events of Space Marine 2 and the secret level episode. We finally get how Titus was promoted. Anyone check the Lamenters aren't disguised as Doom Eagles? Y'all think the Doom Eagles are unique for being unlucky?
Oh, the Doom Eagles famously don't like Lamenters.
Oh yeah, no, they fucking hate them. But so what was Titus up to before he got promoted? Well, he not only helped push off I believe they specified. What did they specify for him? Yeah, so he got redeployed into the Bastior sector with the Second Company after the Secret Levels episode, and two things happened at the same time. A ocean world that was very important for Promethium extraction and distribution. Basically, for those that don't know, oil. Promethium is oil. That came under threat.
No, I'd say it's fucking oil's bigger older brother who had to develop the method.
Yeah, pretty much. But so Titus was given half the Second Company to go secure that. Fun fact: that planet confirmed that the Tyranids also have aquatic versions of their monsters. So,
which also lends more credence to the theory that Fenris is just full of Tyranid monsters.
Yep. And Titus, while he was there, along with his company, was able to defeat a Norm emissary. This is the level of plot armor that he has in the book, is that he fought it and killed it, though it's very clearly written that he didn't do it alone. If you're reading into it,
it says he delivered the final blade stroke. So I'm like, cool. So he stole it.
Yeah, he stole the kill. For those that don't know, a Norm emissary would basically stand from that landing deck all the way to about that strut. That's how tall a Norm emissary is. They're like the equivalent of Imperial Knights. And they're assassin bugs. They're assassin bugs. Isn't that terrifying?
It was called the Ghoul of Raslav. I am also now reading from the book.
Yeah. It's great, right? Having the book right beside me, open on my desk. It's great. So while he was doing that, we get the full story of what happened to Captain Acheron and Chiron. And
which honestly it's less crap.
It's less crap when you get the full story. So what happened is that since they had to divide the company in half, Acheron only had half a company. And it wasn't even the most veteran and elite. It was basically intercessors and some aggressors, basically. And they deployed onto this planet, find out that it's controlled by gene stealer cults, and Acheron learns that it's only the capital that's been infected. Okay. So he locks the hive down. So that means he made sure to sabotage the sewer systems and any method of escape out of the capital hive. And he and his men died literally hours before reinforcements arrived.
You know what would have been the better solution? lock it and then just nuke it.
They couldn't get out.
Couldn't do that. They also said they couldn't do that because the hive was. They were told the hive was necessary.
Yeah. So.
They weren't allowed to do a hive secundus situation here.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to do a hive secundus. So Acheron and Chiron died, but their deaths saved a world. So that is why Chiron and Acheron are dead. It is a complete shit show. And after that... Oh, is that what Reddit, TikTok, and Insta and other online platforms have been over Norm Queens? The last time I asked it to a Warhammer person, just got kind of laughed at. I do understand that it's a legal nightmare around the characters, but how can is Malice in Modern 40k? I actually made a video on this. Yeah, long story short, the two people that created Judge Dredd created Malice for Warhammer. They were commissioned to do so. But British legal copyright has it so that the people who made their characters own the copyright. And those two stopped working together. It's complete. It happens. It wasn't like a big drama battle or anything. It was just one guy wanted to take Judge Dredd one way, the other guy wanted to take it the other. They split off from there because it's like, nah, it's creative differences. It's fine, whatever.
Moved on to different projects. The problem is that they both owned the copyright to Malao.
And GW just couldn't be fucked to deal with it legally. There's no drama.
Also, GW has a mandate at the moment. They have to own everything that they use, and has for a while. So yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get when you're trying to create like an expansive storytelling across multiple mediums, books, games, TV shows now. You want to have that kind of control over your property.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally nothing personal. It's just a shitty set of circumstances and companies wanting to make sure that they are crossing their I's and dotting their T's, you know?
Otherwise, you end up with Star Wars Legends.
Or else he ends with Star Wars Legends, yeah. So Titus is promoted to second company captain after that. And note, the it is made very clear that there are those in the chapter that are very unhappy with Titus's promotion, especially it being this fast.
Oh yeah.
However, there are two people that are causing the clear minority of the chapter to shut the fuck up. That's Marnius Calgar, because it's Marnius fucking Calgar. You aren't going to question him on that. And the character from the Secret Levels episode, which was Titus's mentor. He is one of the oldest Marines alive right now within the Ultramarines, aside from Marnius and Cassius, who they do mention.
And
Dreadnoughts. And his veteran experience and role within the chapter has given him credence to basically stare people down and say, go on, talk shit about my mentee. Go on. And the people that are criticizing Titus, shut the fuck up.
Did they confirm one way or another whether Telman's dead? The scout captain?
They didn't confirm? Veteran Sergeant Mataris, yep.
Yeah.
I don't like Mataris.
It is kind of implied that if he wasn't sort of doing what he's doing, he'd be like probably the head of like the Blade Guard, but not the Vitrix Guard, but like the Blade Guard essentially, because
yeah,
he's like that kind of level.
Yeah. Howdy, how are you doing? Doing okay. We're talking about 500 Worlds right now. So, for those that don't know, when you are a captain of a chapter, you have not only your company to look after, but you're given a specific role. For like one company captain, it's like you overlook the armory. So basically, like, you're in charge of like making sure that like everything in the armory is where it is.
Like the fourth company captain is usually the master of fleets. So not only is he like giving ships to the other captains, but he's also connecting with the mechanicus to get replacements.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
It's a vital role. So Titus's job is Watcher is what's the title again? Watcher of the
Warden of Ultramar.
Yeah, sorry, Warden of Ultramar. So his job basically is you patrol Ultramar. Anywhere where there's a problem in Ultramar, you go deal with it. And Titus basically is given a ultimatum. Either he can return to Ultramar and do his fucking job, or he can continue operating in the current sector that Space Marine 2 is operating in. Titus makes the smart decision, politically, to go back home. Because he knows that if he shirks his duties as Warden of Ultramar, he's fucked. So he goes back home and essentially just starts, like, doing the job of the second company, patrolling Ultramar and cleaning up after the other campaigns. So, like, anywhere where he's needed, he goes. And he's done a really cool thing. Since the second company is relying more heavily on Thunderhawks and drop pods, he expanded his ship to be more of a carrier now. Like, it has more drop bays and more hangars to launch ships from and drop pods from. And
buy the new drop pod models.
Please buy the new drop pod models. Please.
Hey, if we had Battle Fleet, we could have released a special model for his new ship. No, because we hate money.
Lol, he's the Crusades janitor. Yes, but you learn why he has to be. Because, like, again, he's a warden. His job is to, make sure everything is secure.
He's the sector's cop.
Yeah, he's the sector's cop, basically. So, this is where the plot really kicks off. And that this is where the new Necron character pops in. So, the new Necron character, Necrosaur Amatar. We have no idea what the fuck this thing is. The Necrons have no idea what the fuck this thing is. No one has any record of Necrosaur. But it's very clear that Necrosaur has been around for a very, very long time. And note, they did not give Necrosaur pronouns. There's no he, him. There's no she, her. It is an it. It does not identify as anything. It identifies as Necrosaur, servant of the Nightbringer.
Oh, it identifies as one thing. It is a fucking problem.
Yeah, it's... Oh my god. This thing is terrifying. So...
This thing is terrifying to the Necrons.
Yes. So, for those... So, Necrosaur is presumably the first victim of the Necron plague called the Destroyer virus. Essentially, it's essentially a mental affliction that drives a Necron to want to destroy everything. Like, to an utmost comedic degree. And Necrosaur is potentially the first victim / origin point of the Destroyer virus. And everyone doesn't know how to deal with this thing. Some Necron lords have gone like, hey, I could totally use this thing to my advantage, only to get infected with the Destroyer virus and become a part of a shambling horde.
Yeah, like the book says that like it like it's like Legion like goes around infecting tomb worlds that just belong to other dynasties and just stealing them away.
Yeah.
Like Necrons hate this thing. Like it is
Necron Edgelord? Oh, yeah, no, he's a servant of the Nightbringer. He is a fucking Edgelord. Like, the Nightbringer is just the Necron personification of the Grim Reaper.
What I do like in 500 Worlds is that the first Necrons we encounter in 500 Worlds are running the fuck away from Necrosaur.
Yeah, so the full story actually starts with Titus and his group essentially dealing with a Tyranid splinter fleet. And Titus actually does the very smart thing. He's like, no. Before we fully destroy the splinter fleet, let's track their movement and see, like, their origin point, hopefully. Because I want to know if this is just a splinter fleet that can be easily discarded and, like, we can clean it up, or if we need to call for help. Like, is this the vanguard of a full-on invasion, or is this just, like, a fleet we've been dealing with in Ultramar for, like, the past 1,000 years? While they're tracking where this fleet came from, they see that the High Fleet intentionally left a world alone. Titus, remembering his training as a Death Watch Marine, goes, "Oh, there's a Necron tomb world on that planet." And after confirming that the Splinter Fleet is a Splinter Fleet, i.e. it's not worth, like, they can quickly clean it up and then go deal with that. So, at first, Titus gets reports from the world. It's like, oh yeah, no, like, the world's been fine. Like, nothing extreme has happened. They get to the world, shit has clearly gone down. The world was very vibrant and very, very healthy. Trees, oceans, all that kind of shit. Now there's just, like, living metal structures popping out of its surface, lava flows just naturally occurring, massive tomb doors just hanging out on the surface, the standard shit. And Titus and his forces, before they deploy the planet, do a smart thing and start getting a readout on the land. This is when a giant Necron tomb ship comes out of what's left of the ocean and starts flying towards their blockade. And
Nope, with fire.
Yep, and it's made very clear this ship was damaged before it got there.
No one knows whether it was sending out signals going, run away, run away, run away, run away.
Yep, no one, like, it's very clear, like, this ship was not trying to fight its way, like, it's weird for Titus, because he's looking at this thing as it's trying to fly past them, and he's like, why isn't it firing on us? Well, sir, it is, but it's more of, like, its defensive batteries, not its offensive batteries.
It's just trying to get the fuck away, which is very unusual for Necrons.
Yeah, but they don't even suspect that. That's the scariest thing. Titus and his group don't suspect it at all. And so they board the ship and start fighting their way to what they think is the bridge. What they find is sort of like a mix of a scientific, like a science room and a museum. And there, the Necron Lord and his Lich Guard are trying to defend some sort of weird artifact. And Titus makes note like, they're very desperately trying to defend this thing. Must be very important.
Let's blow it up.
Yeah, he goes to try and blow it up after securing the room. And
My God, I was kidding!
No, this is what he does.
This is just what Titus does. He doesn't want to fuck with it, right? But then he gets contacted by the lead tech priest of his fleet. This guy's name is Octo. Octo...
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I need to say this. Titus, when has destroying the ancient artifact ever fucking worked out for you?
So Octo basically says, wait, don't do that. Don't do that. We have no idea what the fuck that thing is. So, please, for the love of all that is the Omnissiah, don't blow that up. And Octo wins over Titus, barely, by appealing to that sense of, you don't know if blowing up that thing will either let nothing happen or open a black hole. Because you have no idea what the fuck it is. And Titus goes, sure, whatever. And brings it aboard his ship. Or did Octo come and get it and put it aboard his ship? I don't...
They take it down to the planet, to the Mechanicum
right.
area on the planet.
Yeah, so they bring it down to the
which hasn't been attacked yet.
Yeah, which strangely hasn't been attacked yet. So Titus and his forces, after securing the artifact, Titus basically tells Octo, okay, well, you get that thing locked down, I'm going to go see what the fuck's going on with the planetary defense forces. And it's even weirder. So when Titus gets there, the planetary governor and everybody is just like, oh, thank God the Ultramarines are here. And basically, without any reservations, they are fully ready to join the Imperium, join the 500 Worlds again, and they make it clear, yeah, no, we've been sporadically fighting the Necrons. Like their structures popped out of the ground, but, like, aside from, like, 1 or 2 entrances, they haven't really been attacking us? And if you know a full Necron Tomb World Awakening, that's fucking weird.
I mean, on the plus side, fortunately, Titus has played Dark Crusade.
Yes. They actually pull a Blood Ravens plan from Dark Crusade. It's great. So they get a Vortex Bomb, which is basically a black hole bomb, for those that don't know. And they learn where the main entrance to this tomb world is. The plan is, get in, blow up the bomb. Well, get in, drop off the bomb, set a timer on it, and then leave. And then let the bomb destroy the tomb complex. Because if it's not a fully awakened Necron tomb, they have time. Titus and his forces get there. And they bring 3 tech priests along so they can arm the bomb. And it starts getting really weird and creepy. So when they get inside, they notice that it looks like there was a fight. Like, someone was trying to get in and clearly got in. And as they're walking through the racks that hold all the Necron warriors, they see them just either in their stasis tomb still, or on the ground, like lying down flat, or sprawled out. And as Gadriel points out, because Gadriel's with them at this point and everything, he's just like, so their lights are flickering? It's like the lights are on, but nobody's home, kind of a thing. And I do like this. I do like this bit, where an Ultramarine, like, goes to, like, pop one's head, and Titus tells him, no, don't do that. Because Titus is aware, like, if these things are in some wacky trance, anything might set them off. So, let's just get in, get out. And
Borg logic. It's just Borg logic at this point.
Yeah, it's just Borg logic at this point. What were you saying there, T-Con?
Hey, let's actually use our intelligence for once and not fuck with
Yep, so they get in further into the tomb complex, and it turns out it's a trap. Like, tons of destroyer cult units come out and completely surround the second company. And Titus is like, nope, we have to push forward. We have to keep pushing forward. We have to plant the bomb. And they start losing Battle Brother after Battle Brother. They lose 2 of the tech priests. The only reason the last one's alive is because, why am I forgetting his name? Mataris. Mataris is the one that, like, quickly gets in the way of a shot towards the last tech priest, but it didn't matter because when they get the bomb into position, Necrosaur arrives, and it's not even a fucking contest. Necrosaur butchers Ultramarines like a fucking blender. Like, looks at a squad of Terminators and just wipes them off the map. It is no contest with this thing. And Titus goes, and I quote, "Fuck that." Malum Kaido is nightmare fuel to the Chaos Gods. Also will use Stream Bolt Gun too. Probably when it comes out. But anyway. So Titus and the second company are chased out. But it gets even more fucked up because Necrosaur wakes up all those Necrons that were lying on the ground. So not only does the second company have to deal with elite and very fucked up destroyer cult units, they have to deal with a now awakened Tomb World. And Titus and his group do manage to get out at the cost of another squad.
Hey guys, remember when we thought it was a Tomb World? Guess what? You won't believe what it is.
And so the rest of the book is Titus versus Necrosaur. But it becomes very clear that Necrosaur's goal is not the planet. It's the artifact that nearly got away from him. And now, it's just sitting in a forge complex. Practically unguarded.
And what, pray tell, is that artifact?
Man, it's like they announced a new model, chat. A new model for a certain edgy bitch. So,
Well, it's a certain type of vault that they've had for a while, but it contains something a bit bigger.
A bit bigger, yeah. So in the book, it tells you the story of Tech Priest Dominus Octo. Octo is a member of the Mechanicus that believes that the Catan are angels of the Omnissiah.
He's from the Cult of the Dragon.
Yep. So he is very heavily invested in finding and securing artifacts and Catan shards. And guess what he has on him now?
And if he knew what they actually were, he'd lose his damn mind.
Oh, that's the thing. So Necrosaur renews the invasion of the world, just basically pushing the entire tomb complex to push everybody out to go and flood the lands with Necrons and shit to destroy everything. While he goes to where Octo is. And Octo has been a very naughty boy and has plugged himself into the artifact.
Right.
And it is made very clear that it burns some neural pathways in his brain. I.e., the shard of the Catan basically told him, now be a good little boy, get on your knees, and when you see the floating giant skeleton, give me to him.
Wait. Mechanicus Destroyer Virus?
Sadly, no.
Aww.
No, he just gets straight up killed.
Yeah,
he just killed.
He basically gets like mind controlled, rendered catatonic, and he just hands the artifact over to Necrosaur, who then opens it up.
Because Necrosaur is collecting them. Because
Yep.
he wants to bring back the real Nightbringer.
Yep. He wants to rebuild all of the Catan, specifically the Nightbringer. and he unleashes the Nightbringer onto the planet, and Titus and his forces barely contain this thing, and it's described as if like a dream after they managed to get back into the tombs and blow up a Nova bomb down there, or was it a Vortex bomb? Sorry, like I said, I just finished reading this.
It's a Vortex bomb.
Yeah, it's a Vortex bomb. So they do manage to blow up the Vortex bomb in the tomb complex, and it's as if like a dream, the nightmare ends. So, to Titus, he secured the planet, which is a win. But it's a loss because Necrosaur gets away with the artifact. So, when I say fuck, I mean fuck.
See, now all I'm imagining is Uriel Ventress and Titus in a bar, and Ventress is just like, first time fighting the Nightbringer, huh? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he also, like, they make a point that he, like, notices, like, from Amintar's army, that, like, all the Necrons and all the Destroyers are in it, they've all got, like, glyphs on them, denoting them as being from different dynasties.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just, like, yeah, he finds Saracen ones, he finds, like, Sutek ones, like, he finds, like, a whole bunch of, like, and he can identify them because Deathwatch.
Yeah, it's, what's up with your Wardens of Ultramar? Also, mega oof with the Catan. I'll talk about my Wardens of Ultramar later, but, that's how the main story ends. But the major kicker of this book is at the very end of it. Like the final page of a 78-page book. I'm going to read this out for everybody. Accessing data reliquarium. Locality, Destori Ultex, Agri-World. Reclamation unto Greater Ultramar signature 2-day cycle, local standard and counting. Archival info sanctum 359 Pico Lambdax. Access Ultima clearance granted. Salutations of the Omnissiah, Nova Marines Captain Halvros. Repeating Voxhail urgency signature Primus. Clear grade Vermilion 235 approve. Intended recipient Primarch Robuti Gilliman, Ultramarines Lord Commander, Imperium Lord Regent. Advisory, Deep Void Voxhail received. Timestamp corrupt. Local Relay Sanctum Machine Spear insufficient fortitude for onward communication. 17 X-Load Communion attempts grade urgent/nil success. Originator, Identification Code Analysis. The Rock, Dark Angels Chapter, Fortress Monastery, Ultra Class. Positional Triangulation, Inconclusive. Inload removes 0.05 light years, probability within approaching Protus Front, Greater Ultramar. Trajectorial Cognitation, Inconclusive. Appended Adeptus Astartes, Data Signifiers, Consecrators, Guardians of the Covenant, Angels of Redemption. Advisory, Override Clearance Signifier, Indent attached to Vox Missive, Exceptional Antiquity. Basically, they're using an old code.
It checks out.
Yeah, Local Systems Query, Vox Adept Unworth, Reason Impossible Output, Error Suspected. Clearance Signifier confirmed, no error. Local Systems Query, Tech Magnus Row 11, Reason Suspected Data Corruption. Cleared Signifier confirm, no corruption. Local System Query, Senior Magos Genmax, Lassus 99, Suspected Tech Heresy, Malfeasance. Clearance Signifier confirmed, no malfeasance. Clearance Signifier Identification, Lion L. Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. The message reads, Brother, we need to talk.
Dun dun dun.
So, for our Dark Angels players, you're probably coming in your pants right now, and I understand. The Lion is on his way to Ultramar. The Dark Angels, their sub-chapters, and the Lion are on their way. And it's made...
The forces that were left after...
yeah,
Woman.
Yeah.
Also, suspiciously, every single one of those sub-chapters of Dark Angels are very heavily invested in the Hunt for the Fallen. Or they were, and they are not happy with the recent changes to the chapter.
Well, because the end of Arcs of Omen, they were the ones that the Dark Angels gathered together to go take Caliban back.
Yep. So...
Yes.
And then Vastor nicked it.
So there is a slight problem with Lionel Johnson going to Ultramar and trying to talk to Gilliman. Gilliman's currently not in Ultramar.
No, we don't know where he is right now.
Yeah, we kind of don't know where he is. Last time we saw him, he was heading towards another confirmed secure route through the Great Rift. That's the last time we've heard from Gilliman.
He's also supposed to be going. He's also supposed to be like inbound to the Pariah Nexus, and I think he's meant to be going to try to help with High Fleet Leviathan. I think the Imperium doesn't know where he is right now.
Yeah, no, it's very confirmed. Like everybody's kind of all over the place and doesn't know where he is.
I'm just imagining when he shows up on McCrag. It's like, the last time I was here, I almost murdered your Primarch's mother.
Wait. I don't remember that happening. I don't remember him, like, threatening Gilliman's mom at all.
He didn't. It's when he nuked McCrag.
Oh, right. Yeah, he did nuke McCrag. That was a time to be alive.
I mean, at this time he doesn't have Conrad Kurz in his basement. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, feeling a little left out story-wise for my orcs lately.
Just wait. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just wait.
If I was Conrad, after that, I would just have it be a standing order that the Pizza Night Lord is stuck into the rock at all times. Just to fuck with him.
Oh, that would be fucked. Oh wait, no, it's reversed, right?
One of Cypher's job is just teleporting a random Night Lord every couple of hundred years onto the rock for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so fucked.
Yeah, no. If you're not,
like, how do they keep getting aboard?
genuinely, if you're an Orc fan, wait like 2 months, 2-3 months, you're gonna get your own campaign book, basically.
Yeah, Maelstrom is confirming like it's Corsair fights all the way through. So Orc pirates, Eldar pirates, and Chaos pirates. Oh
no, the allegedly leaked campaigns that we're getting are 500 Worlds, the Maelstrom, Eye of Terror, and then the last one is Armageddon.
Ah, nice. So
Orcs are back.
Yay! Orcs are back. So what 500 Worlds is basically, at the end of the day, it is catching us up with Titus and what's going on in Ultramar. Like, what's the Ultramarines up to after the events of Space Marine 2? That's going to keep them busy for the foreseeable future. And what is going to happen with Necrosaur? We don't know. But he's got a fragment of the Nightbringer, and it's made very clear that it's not the only one he has.
Not collecting them like Pokemon.
He is collecting them like Pokemon. He's also strapping like other stuff to them to make them more powerful, which is why you can do that in the list in the book that you get.
Do we know anything about the Salamanders and or other chapters? Salamanders currently are doing what Salamanders do best. Going and looking for Vulcan's missing shit and dying.
They're also in Pariah Nexus.
Yeah, they're dealing with the Pariah Nexus.
The Exorcist up to right now.
Oh, T-Com, you silly bitch.
They're not listed in the thing. Right? Like, it actually says in this that you find out the other chapters that are involved in 500 Worlds, and I was just looking at them a minute ago. The exorcists are not on here, I think.
Yeah, they're not here. It's
the Ultramarines, the Reborn, the Size of the Emperor, the Silver Skulls, the Avenging Sons, the Sons of Auror, the Nova Marines, the Praetors of Baltimore, the Doom Eagles, and the Akolanian Brotherhood are the ones involved. And presumably the Genesis chapter because they have a Tetrarch.
Yeah. In the 500 Worlds, a thing like the old game day events or players affect the lore, or is it something different? Also in the Armageddon Crusade still going on. The fight for Armageddon is still going on. This is not a old games day kind of thing where like you affect the outcome of a campaign. GW learned their lesson. They're not doing that again.
Yeah, that's how we get 7th edition.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, GW, although slow to learn, is remarkably good at learning their fucking lessons.
Yeah, but no, we do know Armageddon is still going on because, as I was about to bring up, the Exorcist chapter still have two companies there.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not leaving until Chaos is done.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, they managed to banish Angron, but they're still dealing with like the Chaos stuff, and seemingly based on various leaks, bunch of green boys are about to show up because they heard there was a fight.
They heard there was a big fight and they want a part of it.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna try to fix up corruption, Exorcists are probably the best chance you can get.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but now orcs are showing up, and presumably so are Blood Angels for other leaks.
So what I know is that Ultramarines are currently dealing with 500 Worlds. The Iron Hands are currently stuck dealing with the remnants of the 13th Black Crusade. The Salamanders are in the Pariah Nexus. The Raven Guard are dealing with the 4th Tyrannic War. The Blood Angels are chasing after Vashdor? I don't know.
The Blood Angels are trying to basically hold the entirety of Imperial Nihilists together because they're they got put in charge of that.
Yeah, so
Now we know the Lion's fucking off, so
yeah, the Lion could give less of a shit. He wants a status update from his brother. The Dark Angels are on their way to Ultramar. The Space Wolves are on Armageddon. The White Scars are currently dealing with the Maelstrom Zone because their chapter master got kidnapped by Loftiron. And they did free their chapter master, but it's very clear that the guy is scarred from the experience. Because Huron, and I quote, did it to prove a point.
yeah, and then Custodians and Imperial Fists are focusing on reinforcing Terra for the invasion.
Yeah, they're preparing for the inevitable Tyranid invasion. Quote unquote inevitable.
They're split up amongst various of the
Indominus Crusades.
Everyone's everywhere because they're all split up amongst various. No, it's the other thing they did in the 4th Tyrannic War. I can't remember what they called them. It was like spear fleets or something. They referred to them as. And
yeah.
Basically, it's the entire Imperial faction as a fleet. It's like, so there are sisters, there are custodies, there are space marines, there are like.
It's not about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the message.
They're just grabbing as many random ships as they can, throwing them together.
Sword fleets. They're called sword fleets.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, the Imperium is not in good condition. And, like, they make it abundantly clear in 500 Worlds, yeah, no, the Imperium is fucked. And
It's always fucked, though, so...
And Gilliman fully understands that, like, if I try to do what we tried to do during the Great Crusade era, the Imperium would not survive.
Yeah, because you'd have to build a stable base.
Which might be what he's doing. Which might be what he's doing with 500 Worlds is trying to basically create that essentially. Yeah.
And that's what I like is that this might be a revival of the Imperium's Secondist project, but in a different form.
Yeah, recreating the conditions for a new Great Crusade.
Yeah, and
Yeah, the lion shows up and is like, Robert, what are you doing?
Rabute,
Talked about this.
we've done this before, and I really don't want to do it again. So please,
They're not-
don't make me nuke another mountain.
They're not gonna like it if you declare me War Master again.
And we can't pin the blame on Sanguinius this time. He's dead.
Oh my god, you're right. They were going to use him as a fall guy.
100%.
That Dante fellow, he's nice.
Yeah, I've met that Dante fellow. He's very nice. Very depressed.
Very trusting.
Mm-hmm.
They say that.
Very trusting, Rabute. When has it ever been in good condition? Never. Even during the Great Crusade, as many people tend to not really think about.
Yep.
It was great for certain people.
It's almost like the Emperor only had the vaguest idea of his plan and was basically scrambling and doubling down at every opportunity.
Napoleon.
He's getting too old for this shit. Oh yeah, no, all of them are. It's great. Small side tangent. Is there a model you're super wanting to get your hands on, either for recent releases or upcoming? Listen here, you. I will fucking fight and attempt murder for that Huron model. Do you understand?
It'll be out, it's probably going to be out in like a fortnight. It'll be on pre-order in a fortnight.
I want Huron Blackheart. I want Corsairs. I want my Corsairs. I want to paint them up as Mitsuki's crew and everything, because I thought that would be fun. And I am just like, It's not like it'll be sold out instantly. Mark, I'm going to tell you right now. The Wardens of Ultramar sold the fuck out. I am very scared for Luft Huron. And unlike other 40k content creators, I don't get access to stuff prematurely. So I have to fight for every fucking inch.
On the other hand, like the what you call them? I don't think the Wardens are something that isn't going to be reprinted. So, like, these feel like kits that are going to be around for a bit, because I think these are just going to be in the Codex next edition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, Loki, Gilliman's little crew of like humans are kind of cool. Like,
well, good for you, Ty, that you run an LGS. But anyway, sorry, I'm just responding to chat.
That's fine. The one that's like the head of the Ultramar Auxiliary is pretty decent.
Yeah, she's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna play some missions in the background. Fuck it. At least it's not the 25th anniversary model Chase and Finecast. But yeah, Mark, no, like, models sell out remarkably fast. So, I'm probably gonna have to fight for like that Corsair starter box along with Huron. We'll see. But who is my favorite Space Marine chapter and why? Stairs and Ultramarine.
Wrong.
You're allowed your favorites. I'm allowed mine.
Also, you can't say he's wrong for who. You can't say he's wrong for who his favorite is. His favorite can be not the best. That is like, that's how that works.
Yeah.
No, he's just wrong.
It used to be the Astral Claws.
Lieutenant Titus has a plan to take down the ship.
Obviously, everyone's favorite.
Brilliant. Alas, have you received new orders from
The Exorcists aren't even their own favorite chapter.
Shut up!
take the small replica
The Exorcists just wish they were the Grey Knights.
No, we're Grey Knights, but cooler.
No, you're really not.
You're Grey Knight. Where the Grey Knights are the elite of like demon hunters, you are the fucking dime a dozen cattle that gets massacred by the demons.
Yes, because they're not supposed to be going up and fighting major demons. They're there for demon invasions.
Dawn of War got me into Warhammer, so while not a favorite, I do have a soft spot for the Blood Ravens. Nice. Expect that review to come out this...
Specialists that you call upon when your world is being invaded by chaos and no one else gives a shit.
The Dawn of War review will be coming out this weekend. I'm so sorry to those who are subscribed to the Patreon for the fuck up. I have no idea what the fuck happened, genuinely. I think something in my SSD decided, like, nah, I'm not going to export this properly, so fuck you. Because it was plugged into the wrong spot, apparently. And then, once I unplugged it and plugged it into my USB extender that's plugged into my PC, it fixed itself. So I have no idea what the fuck happened. Hard to say which is worse between Exorcist and Grey Knights because lack of lore or bad lore.
You didn't start an argument, Raven. There's no...
I mean, the Exorcists have about the same number of books as the Grey Knights, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Raven 20, thanks for the follow. So, my favorite chapter is the Ultramarines, and I'll explain why. They're not my favorite faction in 40k, they're my favorite chapter. My favorite faction is Thousand Sons. Because, like, I love modern-day Thousand Sons. I love their backstory and everything. Even though, in Horus Heresy, my favorite legion is the Ultramarines, while my second favorite is the Thousand Sons Legion. Kind of paradoxical, right? They switch when it comes to 40k.
I mean, to be fair, we also have a lot less information on them for the Horus Heresy that we do in 40k.
Yeah. So the reason why I like the Ultramarines in 40k... And no, I like modern Ultramarines. I do not like them before Guilliman's return. Because Guilliman returning has made the Ultramarines do the very thing that most Space Marine chapters don't do, and that's self-reflection. Which I appreciate wholeheartedly.
Barely even do that.
No, they do a lot of reflection.
Why can't they see that they're using toilet seat?
Why can't they see what?
And why can't they see that they're using a toilet seat? They're insignia.
Because it's not a toilet seat, it's the Ultra symbol.
Yeah, lay it flat on the ground. What does it look like?
Hey, why do you have a demon's head as your symbol there, word bearer?
It's actually a horned skull, not a demon's head. Thank you very much.
Yeah, why does that skull have horns, mutant?
To
Answer the
symbolize
question.
That, to symbolize that the Inquisition created us as the next generation of demon hunters.
Sure.
At least we have a reason for it, other than it looks cool.
I like modern-day Ultramarines because they're self-reflective, and they're basically rebuilding their identity as a chapter right now. And that identity is built fully around what Gulliman wants them to be, like, wanted them to be. I.e., you aren't just a gun and a number, you have a fucking purpose outside of shoot and kill. And
Which, I mean, that's the reason why I like the Exorcists, because they're beyond just, hey, just kill chaos. No, hey, you actually have to understand it to, like, counteract it.
yeah. It's why I like them. And a lot of characters that were horrible back in the day, like Kato fucking Sicarius, got such a glow up after being put through the fucking ringer.
I can actually tolerate him.
He is so fucking funny in the books. Like, they gave him a personality, finally. And that personality is, he's a smartass. He is a smartass atheist who is clearly traumatized by how badly he fucked up when he got stuck in the warp for a year. And I like that about them. I like that we get that time to, like, build with him and everything and go through that. I like that Marnius Calgar is clearly, like, devastated that Gilliman's first thing when he came back was, what the fuck did you do to my home? It wasn't praise. It was immediate, like, the fuck did you do? And how angry should I be, kind of a thing. Because they made it very clear that the Ultramarines fucked up. And now they're actually having to live with the consequences of fucking up and not being the best of the best. It's very clear that, like, Gilliman isn't, like... He's not mad at them, specifically. He's just... Yeah, he's just disappointed in the situation. And, like, Gilliman is like, no. I'm not going to, like, restructure the command. Because, like, despite your fuck-ups, you're still a good commander. You're just going to get a very fast lesson on how to fix your shit.
Well, the way I interpreted it, Gilman is, I'm not disappointed in you, I'm disappointed in your predecessors.
Yeah.
Because they left you with an impossible situation.
Yeah. And it's why I like them so much. It's because they're finally having that reflection. They're finally, like, doing something with the Ultramarines' personality. And
also, the thing is, like, with the new generation for PW, they actually feel like characters now instead of prompts.
yeah. Instead of, like, just the poster boys, they're giving the poster boys reasons to like them now. Which I can appreciate.
I'm not even asking for a model line. Just another book, please. I'll be a good boy.
And we're back. What did I miss? Did stream die, or...
No, you get ad breaks now, dude.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Shit. I completely forgot.
I only have enough followers and watch time.
I am in a state because of that. Holy shit. But, yeah, so... Going to sound silly, but to me, they gave them the Caiaphas Cain treatment. He was only a guard character for the longest time I ever cared about. Ad break. Okay, yeah. So, they didn't give him the Caiaphas Cain treatment. Because Caiaphas Cain is, Caiaphas Cain wasn't a character that was in need of fixing. Caiaphas Cain was a character always meant to be funny. He was always supposed to be that comedic look into the 40k universe.
Well, not just that, but also a critique on the soldier worship.
Yeah. He is very much a critique on soldier worship. And yeah, like they never made him out to be anything more than that. Like, he is a good dude, do not get me wrong, but like he's not the hero everyone makes him out to be.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's still a commissar in the Imperium. He's not a good person.
And he'll be the first one to tell you that.
Oh yeah. Like, he fully admits he is just a man in a system doing what he can to survive.
I'm trying, but like there's so many beasts.
It doesn't help, but apparently every single hive tyrant in the galaxy wants to murder him.
But yeah, like I know like a lot of people look at me and go like, "Really? The Ultramarines are your favorite, you basic bitch?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they are, because Gilliman's my favorite Primarch." And I will stare at you and fight everybody on that argument.
For Bravo.
Yeah, well, I don't like incels, so...
They don't like you.
But I like you. I think you're cool. So what's your favorite class in this game? I'm currently playing it. I'm playing the Tactical Marine. The Tactical's my favorite. And that's...
Shoot for Turbo faction,
Shit.
throw a fit, and leave the Discord server and never talk to me until you admit to me you're wrong.
Please don't. Oh, fuck.
Show you.
You like him better than Magnus? Yeah, I like Gilliman better than Magnus. Because Gilliman... I like Magnus, but do I like him because of his character, or do I like him because of the tragedy? That's something you have to look at. Do you like him because he's a good character, or do you like him because his tragedy is interesting? And I like Gilliman as a character, because he's clearly a flawed individual. He knows it. He has the answers to a lot of things, but not everything. This is a guy who, even with his superhuman, like, godlike mental faculties, physical being, and everything, he still goes to his mom and asks for her opinion. This is a guy who's not proud, who isn't vain, and is willing to talk to people that consider themselves lesser than him and get their opinion.
He would go to his dad.
Yeah, and it's very clear that he had a very good relationship with his family. He is one of the only Primarchs who actually had a decent childhood.
Well, that's because his adoptive parents saw him as an actual person, unlike most of the other Primarchs.
Yeah, and, like, there's also, like, Dorn's adoptive grandfather who also saw him as a person, but it's like...
That was weird.
Yeah.
And you have Perturabo's father, who straight up told him, "You are not a person. You are a tool for warfare for me to use."
Didn't he try to show him affection at some point?
When he first met him and didn't know what Perturabo was capable of. But his tune changed on that real fast. Oh. Really good at siege warfare. I can use it. And it's honestly part of his effect. He is the way he is because his sister was show protection.
Can we talk about Titus' promotion to captain? Yeah, we can talk about it. Note, the 500 Worlds did go into detail about how he got the captaincy. I don't like that he still got the captaincy this fast, because remember, it's only been like 2 years since Space Marine 2 came out. I wish we built up to it more, but I do like the explanation that it's more of a, we don't have anyone else, so...
You're kind of the only person in a position that had to jump for. So.
And it's made very clear, again, that, it's made very clear that he has big shoes to fill, because Captain Ackerman was actually pretty well liked within the chapter. And now that Ackerman's gone, he's having to deal with a lot of political fallout of that. Doesn't he make a joke about being stuck in the same armor? I don't think that joke's in the book here. Just give me a minute. Basically, you're captain until we find someone better type of promotion. It's more on the lines of, like, that's the reason Marnius gives him, so that way it placates the people that decry him. But it's very much like, nah, welcome back to being second company captain, dude. That's between him and Marnius, though. Because it's clear Marnius favors him.
Yeah, the rest of the chapter, I think, has the spot.
Well, no, like, people, most of the chapter's happy that he's back. It's just like people like, holy shit. Give me a minute. Well, but yeah, no, so I want people to remember that Titus was only ever mentioned in Space Marine 1, and then the rest of 40K moved on without him. Titus was never mentioned or brought up ever again outside of Space Marine 1. It was...
He had a comic.
Oh, he did?
It was like a really short one. I think it just described how it...
Hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think it was only like so. Wasn't it?
I'll have to look into it. I'm not educated enough to confirm or deny. Who is playing heavy? No, I'm playing by myself. I'm playing by myself. I do
I'm
not...
not even confirming because this is just a vague memory. Mid 2000s.
Yeah, just to let people know, I don't like playing with randos, especially on stream. Because the last time I played with randos, we had a bunch of fucking losers. We're just going to call it now. Like, a bunch of fucking losers try to come in. And... yeah, no.
Well,
I don't...
Also because Twitch and YouTube will do respond. Say.
Yeah. So, this is just me playing by myself. I don't play with anybody unless, like, my friends join me. Okay, bot. Yeah, so, you don't have to get mad on my behalf. You don't have to get mad on my behalf. These are bots. I fully expect them to fail and die. I am literally carrying this fucking stable.
One of those bots are idiots.
But yeah, as I said earlier in the stream, Captain Akaran was killed stopping a Gene Stealer cult Gene Stealer cult uprising on a planet. He only had half the company to help him because the other half was helping Titus fight off Tyranids on a water planet. Which again, aquatic Tyranids confirmed. Please, GW, give us aquatic Tyranid models.
No, give us a aquatic models for the other armies, so we can have underwater battles.
Oh god, that would just be a Mon Cala moment, wouldn't it?
I mean, come on, think about how sick scuba guardsmen would be.
They would be pretty sick. I did like the scuba look for the clone troopers in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, think about that.
You know what? Thinking about Space Marine and flippers, that'd be funny.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I mean, hell, we already have chapters that are supposedly specialized in ocean warfare, like the Krakens.
Yep.
They exist.
Also, bit of an update in my personal life. So, Will like this a lot. We got one of our friends into Warhammer 40k. And guess which army he picked, Will? Oh, shit.
I'm assuming squats because you're saying I'll like it.
Yeah, he picked Lees of Votan.
Okay.
Sorry that he's wrong.
Well, like, he was trying to pick between Eldar and Leagues of Votan. And we asked him, like, why do you want, like, what is speaking to you about which one, kind of a thing, right? Like, trying to understand, like, his mentality. His mentality for one or the other was, well, your brother plays Eldar, so I'm just going off of that, because it might be easier to teach me if he knows an army that he plays already. But I also really like these guys, Leagues of Votan, because I like dwarves, because I play Total War Warhammer. And I really like the dwarves in that game. And we convinced him to go with his heart, and he chose Leagues of Votan.
I mean, fortunately, he's probably able to pick up the Christmas Battle Force relatively cheap at the moment.
Yes, he did.
Fucking bought it.
He did buy it.
Yeah, because no one fucking bought that apparently.
Oof.
Well, it was available for ages. Like, it was available for ages at FLGSs apparently.
Yeah.
I've seen them discounted, but all the stuff in it is, the problem is all the stuff in it isn't the meta way to play Votan. It's a perfectly fine way to play Votan, but it's not like,
Yeah,
it's
and
not technically the meta way.
like I told him, like I asked him, are you wanting to play this competitively, or are you wanting to play this just for fun? He's like, I just want to play for fun. And I'm like, oh, then this box is perfect for you.
Yeah, the correct way to play.
Yeah, and we also got our other friend Leanne interested, and she's probably going to borrow my Sisters of Battle. I see Space Marines along the lines of dead, like the.
Models, please. Be my
They'll
muscle.
be out They'll be out soon.
You had the bad Black Templars fans. Yeah, that's why I don't allow randos in my games. I also got my new friends Jin and Nugget into at least Space Marine 2. And my friend Erebus, he's just like, listen, announcer, the lore is wacky, the lore is funny, I'm not getting into this game. And I'm like, no, I am telling you all verbatim, especially knowing your guys' situations, please don't pick up a box. For the love of God, save yourselves.
Fortunately, if you want to play Warhammer 40,000, you can play on Tabletop Simulator basically for free.
Yeah, like, I'm telling them this because, like, I told them that not to, like, scare them or anything. It's just, like, don't do it unless you want to.
I know you, and I know how this is going to end.
Yeah, I know you. I know how this is going to end. Please don't.
Yeah. It is that thing of, like, if the thing you're getting into it for is the game, you can play the game basically for free. If the thing you're getting into it for is the models, that's more expensive.
Yeah. And as you all know, I love me some Warhammer 40k. That's what I built my entire fucking channel around.
Being the 40k guy.
Being the 40k guy, I am now known as the 40k guy.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, right? Like, it's so weird. How is he the 40k guy?
I was gonna say, genuinely, when I started watching your content, you were like the Halo guy.
Yeah, I was the Halo guy for a bit there, and then hard peter off of that.
I think our best option to describe it is closer to Boss is playing with all the sci-fi that he enjoys.
Yeah, again, sci-fi is just my favorite genre of all time. And I know, like, a lot of people are like, well, what about, like, fantasy and Age of Sigmar? I'm like, I'm dumb as bricks, dude. I have nothing. I've disappointed quite a few people because I'm like, I don't play that. And they're just like, oh.
Which is fair enough.
Might I interest you in this old world thing?
Might I interest you in this old world thing? Yes, but only for, like, Total War Warhammer. And then that gets, okay.
What if I said it's perfectly playable at only 500 points? With, like, 3 squads.
I have to look to my wife as she stares at me violently. I.e., no more plastic in the house. Unless you absolutely need it. I.e., I looked at them when Huron Blackheart came out. They stared at me and went, "Does he help your playstyle?" Yes. Does he help you do what you need to do to play the game? Yes. Paint your other models first and you can have them. Thank you, oh merciful wife!
Phoenix is the true ruler.
Yeah, no, Phoenix is in charge of the finances, and, chat, you respect your partner at all times or else.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And, like, I know, like, those weirdos online are going to say, oh, he has to get permission from his wife. Yes, that's what being in a healthy, mature relationship is, because I have requested that they make sure that I am responsible with our very limited funds.
There are 2 ways to do this. Do what Boss is doing, or keep your finances separate and then just do it on your own.
In which case, have fun with that.
Yeah. Let's see how your significant other agrees to it.
Yeah, it's...
Invite me too, because I'd like to see that.
I'd like to see how that
No, I agree.
pulls out.
I imagine poorly.
Very poorly, yes. I know the wife card too well. Yeah. Yeah. Will you try the XCOM 40k mod at some point? No. I'm probably not ever going to do that because XCOM... I played XCOM. I got halfway through XCOM, and then I nearly threw my controller across the room. Because...
Okay, but...
Yeah, 95% might as well as be 0%.
Okay, but... Let me pitch you a concept.
Let me pitch you a concept.
Right? No, genuinely.
Okay.
Gameplay similar to XCOM, because XCOM gameplay is pretty solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except you are a team with various aliens in them as well, and you're basically a SWAT team.
Okay.
And your characters can't die. They just go like they just get injured for periods of time.
So, Fire Emblem Phoenix mode.
Yeah, pretty much. They basically did a version of XCOM where basically you're cops. but it's set after the second game, so like you also have aliens like as part of like the police force. So you get to like use the alien abilities on criminals. It's fun.
What's the chance with us getting an Iron Warriors character? What are the chances we finally get a Night Lord's character? Probably pretty large.
I'd say 11th edition.
Yeah, probably 11th edition. Remember, like, we got to get through an edition before we get anything new, right? So it's just a matter of it's just a matter of waiting it out.
I think it's pretty likely that the Night Lords and Word Bearers and the Alpha Legion will get like a character in 11th, similar to the Space Marines got in 10th.
Ugh, the prestiges for heavy suck. Why the fuck would you ever choose melee damage increased by 100%? What the shit are these perks?
Fuck you, that's why.
Enough melee lovers have it.
Also, yeah, to be fair, if you just want to play XCOM but 40k, you can play the Grey Knight game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go play Chaos Game.
Which is, I enjoyed, personally.
And I am just a very unlucky person when it comes to those games. Me and those games do not get along. And I also just don't like playing mods, because like mods are finicky in my brain. I try to play them and then like I'm lucky if they work, and then it's like I try talking about it and then the person's like, oh well, you probably fucked it up somewhere. I probably did. Thanks for reminding me. And then I just get even more disinterested.
Yeah, don't fuck with mods unless you actually know.
Which I hardly do.
Yeah.
And it's I know like for the Dawn of War video, I know I'm gonna get questions like, oh, what do you think about like the Ultimate Apocalypse mod and everything? Guys,
If you get questions, send them to me. I played all of those mods. I know them.
I played the mods too, and I'm gonna say it, I'm not interested. Good for them.
I'm a boss on this one. I actually think they make the game worse.
Yeah, cause like me, I'm of the same mind as like Thunder Psyker about the mods. And listen, it's hilarious seeing a Titan in Dawn of War, but that's not why I'm playing Dawn of War. I'm playing Dawn of War for the smaller scale action. I like Dawn of War for its smaller scale. I don't like the Titans and everything, because then it just becomes a rat race to get to the Titan. And that's not fun. I don't want to be playing a rat race. And again, like, if you like the mods, this is not me saying, oh, you're dumb for liking it. No, far from what I'm saying. I'm saying that it personally doesn't appeal to me. If you like it, awesome. Good for you. But I am someone that's like, if I need mods to enjoy a game, it wasn't a good game to begin with.
Actually, one of the things I think is a great example of this is Gates of Hell Ostfront. Amazing game on its own, and I'm currently playing a 40k mod for it. So Gates of Hell Ostfront is a World War II RTS. So it already feels very 40k, and the main faction is the Guard. You're playing as a Guardian. So they actually keep it scaled with the regular game. So it feels like an extension of the normal game, which is what mods are supposed to do for things like this.
Yeah, and like if I hated mods in general, I wouldn't be using them in Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
Like I think there's a time and place for mods, but like full mods that change the gameplay takes a lot to convince me to do it. But like Soulstorm Wars, no. I'm not talking. So fundamentally the problem with Soulstorm is that it takes the mechanics of Dawn of War, stretches them out to their extreme, and forces you to play the worst mission of Dawn of War as the standard for the campaign of their main campaign, and how do I put this? The voice acting was rushed. Like, oh my god, is the voice acting terrible? Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go find my file here. We're gonna go find my file here quick, and I'm gonna show you all a cutscene from the game that I had to record for the Blood Ravens video.
I'm gonna be honest, I would have enjoyed you going through the plot of Winter Assault in the same way as you do for Dawn of War. Like
I would have, but I can't justify it because it's so short, right?
Oh no. Oh yeah, totally. Like it would be like bonus content or something. I don't know how you'd do it, but like.
Well, if I get enough subscribers on Patreon, enough people ask for it, I will do like smaller videos on like Soulstorm and Dark Crusade and everything.
Well, Dark Crusade and Soulstorm, like because they don't have like a story campaign as such, but like the one I was meaning was Winter Assault.
Here we are. All right, chat. This is the Blood Raven Stronghold intro. This is where most of the Blood Raven memes come from. Oh shit, that is quiet. Holy shit, this is quiet. I think I might have turned down the volume on my game.
There is no time to be lost. Battle, brothers. Space Marines, today the enemy is at our door. We know our duty and we will do it. We fight for our honor as Blood Ravens, as Space Marines, and we fight in the name of the Emperor. If we die this day, we die in glory. We die heroes' deaths, but we shall not die. No, it is the enemy who will taste death and defeat. As you know, most of our battle brothers are stationed in space, prepared to deep strike. Our perimeter has been prepared in the event that our enemies should be so bold and so foolish. We have placed numerous beacons, allowing for multiple, simultaneous, and devastating defensive deep strikes.
Like it sounds like his voice clips were cut up and then stitched together. That's what it sounds like. It does not sound good. And
They might have been.
they might have been. And that's from Scott fucking McNeil, the guy who did the voice of Sindri and several other units in the game. So, like, I know the motherfucker can act. The direction for the voice was awful. Emerald, thank you! But yeah, so I will never. I personally don't like the mods for Space for Dawn of War. Because, like, they just don't do it for me personally.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, but, like, if you enjoy them, that is perfectly fine, and I encourage you to play what you love. Do not ever take my opinion as gospel. I am a dumb fuck who loves Warhammer to an unhealthy degree, arguably.
No, obviously you're the second coming of Jesus.
I'm the Yes, I am the second coming of Jesus. Praise be. I am a dumb fuck who is giving his opinion on the internet. And I want to make it very clear, like, when I'm talking about stuff, it's because I want to talk about it. I am making these things because I want to talk about it, and I hope that it's entertaining and interesting to you. I'm not going to change my opinions to fit whatever everyone else wants, because that's not how I operate.
One debt to society later.
Finally caught you on a live stream and wanted to send you love and support. Continue being chaos for good. Who is your favorite Legio Titanicus? Fuck! I haven't thought about the Legios in so long.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't remember the Legios. God damn it! Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I remember Legio Mortis and Legio Ignatum. That's it. I don't remember any of them. Ah!
How dare you not memorize everything about 40k?
How dare I? What's a Legio Titanicus? Again, sorry if I'm being... Chaser, stop. You are not being annoying for asking questions. So, for those that don't know, the Legion Titanicum, well, Titanicus, are the Titan legions of the Imperium. They're the people that maintain, operate, and use Titans. So, in modern 40k, they're better known as Titan houses, because their Legion operating capacity has been severely diminished over the years. Thanks, Horace.
Also, legions have a bad connotation in 40k.
Yeah, they got a bad rap. They got a very bad rap. But yeah, they're basically like the guys that operate and control the Titans within 40k. Most of them, if not all of them, are completely loyal to the Adeptus Mechanicus. When going to war, the Imperium has to petition them to come help. And a Titan house has so much leeway and power that they can just say no. Personally, Metallica, Mortis is fucking dark. Ah, yes. Like, it's coming back to me now when we say the names. So are they like Warhammer sort of version of battle mechs?
Kind of.
Yeah?
Kind of.
What were you saying there, Will?
I said that, yeah, they're kind of like battle. They're kind of like mech houses.
Yeah, they're like the... If you're trying to compare them to Battletech, they are basically just like the Great Houses. It is... They make battle mechs look puny. Yeah, depending on the Titan.
Not actually.
Depending on the Titan.
I think the Atlas is taller than a Warhound.
The Atlas... I think the Atlas might be taller than a Warhound. I see that my comment got obliterated in bad timing. Hold on, Marks. I got you. I just don't know anything about XCOM, okay? I played it, and I'm like, I'm not jiving with this at all. And I didn't bother to learn the universe. Because it's just not for me. Although, Snake Ladies.
Again, I'm going to point you to Chimera Squad, because one of your squad mates is a Snake Lady.
Listen, I would like to be productive. I don't need to be playing a game for Snake Mommy, okay?
You don't get to make that choice anymore.
You all remember what happened with Honey Pop? I didn't eat for a whole day.
Yeah, but Honey Pop doesn't have any lamias in it.
Leave me alone.
Or Nagas.
Leave me alone! For those that don't know, I like Snake Girls. I am a bona fide, like, I love Monster Girls. I love them big and small. Preferably the half lady, half snake variant. They are my favorite. I am friends with at least one Lamia. And we will be doing a Smasher Pass with Lost in Spirals on the 9th. And she's going to be doing the 40k characters. Not Primarchs.
Yeah.
Is the answer to the Smash and Pass just yes?
No, there's going to be a... She wants zero context, because she is aware that 40k story is deep and intricate, so I'm only going to be giving her the base story on them, or like the base of their personality. So you're a scaly, got it. I'm not a furry! I'm making that very clear. We are not furry. We are not scalies, we are not furries.
Saying the same thing, and I have my notes.
Well, that's Shadow. I am not a furry. I will confirm that. I am not a furry. I'm not a scaly. But I am a monster fucker. But, like, there has to be, like, some sort of human element to it. Unless it's a hear me out. Which, in that case, oh boy, I got some wild hear me outs.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Rather than Smash or Pass 40Ks, who's your 40K hear me out?
Who's my 40k hear me out? Oh, fuck.
Oh boy, you just gave him time to think.
So, we made it very clear, we were talking about this in, like, Mitsuki's group, that a hear me out cannot be just like, oh, they look like they're human and shit like that. Like,
No.
like, guys, Lilith Hesperix, that's not a hear me out. That's she's clearly the Dommy Mommy and you will respect her. But,
Also, sorry, she's not into you.
yeah, sorry, she's not into you.
She's playing for the other team.
Yeah, she's playing for the other team. A hear me out would be looking at a grotesque from the homunculi and going, wood. Which is not my hear me out, by the way. No thanks. No, I don't want to hear the agonizing pains of whatever the fuck a homunculus thought up that day. Especially since I'm doing a video on the Dark Eldar right now. I guess my 40k hear me out. Oh, God. I'd have to relook at a lot of stuff. You know what? No, I did have a hear me out. And I said it as a joke. I said it as a joke because it's a snake. I said the Trigon Prime.
I'm sorry, what?
I made a joke. I made a joke for, like, the Trigon Prime and the Ravener. Because they're snakes.
I mean, that mouth.
What that mouth do?
Lots.
And then it was even fucking funnier because I was showing Mitsuki's group like all the different models within Space Marine 2, like the like you know like how they have like the codex and everything in there right now, right? So you can look at the player models and the character models and the enemy models and everything.
Yeah.
I showed them the lictor. She looked at the lictor's mouth, which is like all the tentacles, right? And she went, "That's interesting. That's a hear me out." And I'm like, I was making a joke with the snakes. Are you serious?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, Deathleaper has that sexy coat.
It does got that sexy coat.
Yeah.
I think my hear me out would be like a fuck, like there's so much in Warhammer.
Also, to make it very clear for the purposes of this, Phoenix, I apologize for this. Bringing up this topic.
Nah, Phoenix is fine.
I know.
My hear me out, Harley. You want to fuck a clown? Cool. That's not a hear me out. Have you seen Harlequins?
On your family.
Have you seen Harlequins? No, my hear me out is the changeling.
Which part?
All of it.
I mean, as extra.
And not for its shape-shifting ability. I like the mystery. The mystery is fun.
I hear me out.
Enclosure.
Who's your hear me out?
Armin.
Who? You keep cutting out.
Armin.
Ahriman. That's
Yeah.
Ahriman. He's not a hear me out.
He's just
He's
just disappointed in his dad.
mine would.
Well, I think
It's pretty
the
much
odd-
baseline for everybody in
in
in 40K.
throws most people off.
No, Ahriman's not dust. Ahriman's still Marine. It's very unclear about like what he looks like under the armor now. But he was a
mutated, to be honest.
Motep said that he looks like he has a black hole for a face now.
Yep, mutated. Called it.
Poor boy.
I'd fu-
His own fault.
I mean, it is his
cha-
own fault.
The changeling isn't dust either. The changeling's a demon. It's a shape-shifting demon, but its natural form is it's hidden under robes. And I said I don't want it to shapeshift. I like the mystery. Fabius Bile, listen, guys. I can fix him energy.
No,
Yeah,
He's
it's-
not even here.
Tired
He's not hearing me out.
no, he's gonna show and take you places you never thought imaginable. The problem is, do you actually want to go to those places?
I guess the next hear me out would be the Void Dragon.
Okay, that
No, robotic assault cat girls.
I will be surprised if anybody says Necrosaur. I'll be surprised. Because, damn, Necrosaur. Damn.
Necrosaur, no. I think there are some people who might find Serraz, Luminor Serraz, interesting.
Oh, yeah, Spider Daddy.
Depending on what they're into.
Spider Daddy.
Spider Doctor Daddy.
Like, chat, this is Necrosaur. I'm going to show you. This is Necrosaur. Like, people are like, oh, it's a snake, and that's what be into that. I see this, what the snake goes into, and I'm like, nope. Nope. Not dealing with that. No, thank you. Nope.
too sharp.
Though, by the way, if I ever had to own a model just to own it, fuck, I would love to own this model. It looks sick as fuck. Like, god damn, they went hard on this model, and he looks so fucking good.
What's your opinion on Marathi from Age of Sigmar?
Marathi?
Mm-hmm.
She's hot, is she not?
I mean, have you seen the model?
Oh, Marathi's model. The old one?
No, the new one.
Oh, the giant snake lady for Age of Sigmar?
Yeah.
You already know the fucking answer.
I mean, she also has the wizard.
Lady.
She also has the wizard form.
You know the fucking answer. Do not. I would never do it. Not the fantasy or just Sigmar. I'd rather have a fucking ogre. Listen, guys. Hear me out. You know you're not going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But if given the chance, I would.
Okay.
No, hear me out.
As the person who like has opinions about snake women, does
That's a statement.
does the Cathayan special character that turns into a dragon count as a snake woman? Because it's a serpentine dragon.
I am also into dragon ladies.
Okay.
And yes, the current ruler of
Oh, Ying.
Cathay, Ying.
Yeah. Or one. She's one of the 4.
Yeah,
current
one of-
rulers of Cathay.
Listen, her and the Emerald Dragon, well, the Jade Dragon.
Mm.
Listen, I'm not gay. I'm not even bi.
Yeah, he's hot. No,
He's hot. He's hot as fuck.
What's your opinion on Ryukyu, or whatever the fuck her name is from My Hero Academia?
The dragon girl?
Yeah, the one that can turn into a dragon.
The dress ruins it for me.
He means the pro hero.
Yeah, I know he means the pro hero. The dress ruins it for me when she's in dragon form. It looks stupid.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Otherwise, what'd that tongue do?
Why am I not surprised?
It's
I...
all about Nurio.
I mean, you are aware that in Age of Sigmar, you can actually play an entire faction of snake women.
Yes, I know. Why do you think I have to avoid it?
I think I know what I'm getting.
I literally bought a box so I could turn one of my models into Spee. Because I thought it'd be awesome and funny.
You're getting more
Oh,
models
cool.
now because I think it's funny.
I've been seeing a lot. Genuinely, I've been seeing a lot of people doing that with their flawless blades. Is giving them those tails.
Oh, have I ever seen Delicious in Dungeon? Yes, I have. I love Delicious in Dungeon. My boy Laios is my favorite because he is clearly autistic.
That boy is
Oh.
definitely one of us.
The entire party almost just got murdered. What's for lunch?
Yeah, like we almost died. Hey guys, that monster looks tasty as fuck. I liked Delicious in Dungeon so much I went out of my way to find the manga and read it. I completed the manga. I know the ending to Delicious in Dungeon. I can't talk about it because everyone else hasn't experienced it. And I'm a good boy and I don't spoil shit.
See, unfortunately for me, I had the MHA ending, not the Bakugo part. That was actually honestly a surprise for me. But the actual ending of what happens and what happens to all the students after they graduate and become pro heroes, that all got ruined for me. Thanks, James.
It was James.
The person that ruined it for me.
Oh, is he no longer your friend?
He is my friend still.
Okay, I'm like, oh.
I was very mad at him for a little bit.
I love that this stream has devolved into a hear me out. This is most of my fucking streams.
Hey, no, we haven't pushed it that far recently.
Like this is like how most of my streams go, is that like I'm either hanging out with these guys and we're just shooting the shit, or like I'm playing a game and then one of them has to bring up something that makes it horny. Or I myself make an offhanded comment.
I mean, the other one we can bring up is what is your most cancelable 40k opinion?
The most
Which is a fun
cancelable.
one to get you to admit to. Which is a fun one to get you to admit to when you're on the internet.
I think for me, we should not have playable Primarchs.
That's not a
No, I
cancelable
do
offense. That's like kind of the split right now. Is that you either like Primarchs or you wish all of them would go the fuck away again.
I mean, from a rules perspective, I would like 40k to have essentially a Lord of War slot in Force Organization, which other special characters could also fit into.
That's fair.
So, like for match play, you wouldn't be able to field like Katos Sicarius and Marnius Calgar and Gilliman.
You have to pick. You can only get one epic hero.
Yeah. One epic hero essentially as.
I agree with that to a massive extent. Well, everyone, time to get ready for work. I'm a caregiver for developmentally disabled. This chaos is amazing, and I'm here for it. I look forward to the next stream. Keep us up. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you.
You're also doing awesome work.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know. Do I have, like, spicy takes with Warhammer? I feel like a lot of my takes are lukewarm.
Really, honestly.
Like,
I don't even know what a spicy take is nowadays.
Yeah, because, like, do I think the Emperor will come back? No, and I hope he stays on that fucking chair.
And if he does try to get off it, the Grey Knights are going to break his knees.
Oh, yeah. Chaser, so, not directed at you, but I'm so tired of the YouTube algorithm going, oh, you like OA thing or want to learn more about it? Here are 50 incel rage bait videos on why you should hate the thing. Yeah. Yeah, that gets clicks.
Yeah.
And YouTube's algorithm is built around getting clicks. And rage bait videos are a dime a dozen. They get easy views.
That's more attractive to that.
Yeah. But there is a way to start mitigating it, and this is actually a thing that I praise YouTube for, was the implementation of not interested. The more you say not interested on those channels, the more your personal algorithm will filter out the incel rage bait. And that will help massively.
Which also like goes into like people don't understand how like TikTok and YouTube's algorithms actually work. Is if the algorithm doesn't have any information on what you like or dislike, it's just gonna fill that information in with whatever it thinks you're, which is whatever the population likes.
Yeah.
The one downside to the not interested thing is it has basically been proven at this point that you can basically pay to subvent it.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. And also now the thing of like, people are buying ad slots and then uploading full videos into the ad slot.
Yeah, this is
Which
that.
counts as a view.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's back again, and it's not clear if YouTube's taking it seriously or not, because the CEO of YouTube is a
Their
fucking
money.
idiot.
Yeah, because money.
Not here for 30 minutes as an ad.
But like specifically, you're getting like very extreme right-wing content deliberately advertising themselves on like LGBTQ plus videos as a troll.
Yeah, it's annoying as shit.
Everyone's trying to be the next Prager, essentially.
It's not working, especially since the recent revelations that have come out. Hey, how does it feel that your entire far-right culture war was a plan by pedophiles? Great job, everybody!
And not the pedophiles that you thought there were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out there were actually an elite pedophile cult.
It's just,
They just aren't lizard people.
yeah, they start lizard people, they're just disgusting losers. Irony. Is Tiberos as tall as the 40k channels make him seem? He is very tall for a Space Marine, but it's very clear it's
They made the model too big.
because they made the model too big for at the time.
It's the same thing with Inquisitor Hector Rex from the old Forge World stuff. In the books, he's described as a giant because they sculpted him to the wrong scale.
Yeah.
And then...
Clearly the models were made first and the books were made second.
It's the way it still is to this day.
The Emperor coming back is the end of the setting, so since 40k is doing well, no. The Emperor dying is the end of the setting, because if he dies, Earth goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
Unless it doesn't.
Unless it doesn't.
Because literally T-Com and I were having this conversation before. It's like, everyone's like, well, the rules say it can do this. And the company goes, yes, but we control the IP, so it just doesn't.
So far with how they've set things up is that the Emperor gets up from the chair or dies, Earth goes with him.
Yep.
Can they change that any time? Yes, they're a company. They can control their IP however they fucking want. But this is being an adult. When you go into a franchise, you have to accept that not everything coming out of that franchise is going to be good, and not everything in that franchise is going to be bad. Sometimes you're going to get... It's a buffet.
So, like Star Wars.
Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, all that kind of stuff. You got to remember that this is a buffet. It is not a... Like an anime... Unlike an anime series, I'm making a comparison. So when you watch an anime, you get the series. That's it. It's not a franchise, it's just the series. Essentially, you are getting served, hopefully, a decent meal to a great meal, to an amazing meal. Because they want you to keep coming back to watching it until it's done. 40k, Star Wars, Star Trek, and so on, they're franchises. They aren't supposed to end. Unless, like, they stop making money.
Which for Star Wars was part of the
So when you are going...
myself getting headed Friday.
You're getting hit. Yep, nope, you stay right there. I have you booked for Friday.
Down, T-Com, down.
Speaking of, what time?
I'm going to take the morning to myself because I know for a fucking fact I'm not getting anything done that day.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so,
Probably not getting anything done in the afternoon now because this is going to take like 4 fucking hours.
yeah, no, so, like, let's shoot for, like, 3 o'clock my time.
Okay, if you want to live stream it, I have no problem with it. I don't care.
I will probably live stream it, and I'm going to be sitting here listening to everything with chat. I will make a custom screen and everything where it's you educating us.
Oh god, no.
Oh no, like we've had like chats like in like voice about this thing, and it's like I keep reminding TCOM of stuff that makes him more angry.
I live for TCOM
You're
Rage.
helping him refine
It's
it earlier
funny.
this week.
When I'm not the one raging, it's TCOM, and that shit's funny.
Okay, not to spoil, but like as a general question that's not specifically about anything from Star Wars Legends. Considering that in terms of like total amount of media, because if you assume that every episode to be like an individual thing, Trek and Star Wars have about the same amount at this point.
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah?
No,
Yeah.
Star Wars still has more. A lot more.
No, like if you assume like there's like 10 series of TNG. If you assume every episode to be the equivalent of one book, that's like it's probably about the same number
You're
of
talking
hours.
exclusively film. Oh no, if you're trying to make an episode a book.
Oh no, like
No.
well no, like if you're talking
Well,
if you're talking like
I need you to look at VC chat. That's the Star Wars timeline when it comes to the books.
Chaser,
There's a lot more Star Wars content. than
Chaser,
there is
I'll
Star
get to
Trek.
I'll get to you in a second there, Chaser, but I want to finish my anecdote here. So,
Okay.
Star Wars, 40k, all these things, they're franchises. They're a buffet. The idea is that you aren't going to like everything, because at a buffet, you choose what you want to engage with. So, for 40K, I just delve right the fuck in. The games, the shows, the books, the fucking everything 40K. I just delve right on in. Star Wars, I do the same thing. I delve right on in. Star Trek, I only watch the shows. I don't read the books. I don't play the games. I only watch the shows. And the only shows I've watched are The Next Generation. So that's the one with Captain Picard. I watched Lower Decks. And I think I watched a little bit of SG-9.
Deep Space Nine.
I think you might enjoy Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
I enjoy Strange Worlds.
Yeah.
Point is, I choose to engage with what I want to engage with. And that's the thing a lot of these rage bait channels tend to try to fucking ignore, but they can't. 40K is never meant to be something that puts out diamond after diamond after diamond. This is a business. This is a franchise. Not everything is going to be a fucking winner. There are so many cogs to the machine that sometimes you get beautiful models like Necrosaur Amatar, and then you get poopy ones like the new model for Inquisitor Kotias.
I knew you were going to go Kotias.
Yeah, it's the best example, right? It's the shotgun approach. Yeah, or Sanguinary Guard. It's a shotgun approach, see what sticks. Exactly. But every time they release a dud, like all these channels go is, oh, it's the death of Warhammer! It's the death of Warhammer! Oh! Ignoring everything else that is coming out after that poopy model, and that came before. One model and one story does not make a company. It just means, is that going to sell or not? Do shotguns actually stick? That depends. Do you have a dart gun that shotguns out stuff? But yeah, like... And it's clear that you aren't supposed to engage with everything Warhammer. I'm insane. I'm a fucking nutcase. And I do engage with everything Warhammer. I try to learn all the factions. Do I remember everything? No, I'm only... Well, I'm a mole right now, but I'm only human.
Someday Boss Mole might remember his transformation back to human.
How dare you be only a mole?
How dare I be only a mole? But, yeah, so the thing that these rage baiters want you to forget is that this is a franchise, not a cohesive story. This has never been a cohesive product. It is a product. And they will make any excuse, change anything they need to convince you, the consumer, to consume their product.
It's marketing for toys. It's marketing for toy soldiers.
Yep. Wasn't there a guard regiment during the old pewter days that was basically British colonial regiments in plinth in plinth helmets? They're still around. They're still around. They were mentioned in the 9th edition book for the Imperial Guard. They still exist.
I mean, all of them still are. That's the thing that people forget about why all those existed as well. Because you weren't meant to collect an entire army of them. That was the thing. That was how 2nd edition Guard was meant to work. Is you'd have your infantry platoons, and each infantry platoon was meant to be... The idea was that you'd have it... Like, you could have them all be the one thing, but that was boring. And what you did is you had one squad that was the Cadian models, one squad that was the Catchdown models, one squad that was the Valhallan models, one squad that was the Talarn, one squad that was maybe the Praetorians or the Mordians.
Yeah.
And the whole idea was the Guard were meant to look like this like disorganized mishmash of different regiments. And the lore in like the book even says, like, yeah, all of these regiments have like their own specialities. Guess what? The Imperium sucks as an army and doesn't use them that way. It just smushes them all into a war zone and says, deal with it.
Yeah, no.
Like, they deploy Catachan jungle fighters onto ice worlds regularly.
Yep. It's because that's the joke.
Shirtless Catachans.
Because that's the joke of Warhammer, is that it is such a shitty universe. The point of the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k is that it is an unreliable narrator, and the only thing you can rely upon for information is that this universe sucks. It sucks to be in. Yep. That is it. Everything is an unreliable narrator because it helps sell models. And it's...
That's fine, as long as you're honest about it, which GW is.
Yeah, they've been honest about it since day one.
Yeah.
And it, again, like, it's purely business. Like, it's purely a business decision. And I get why, like, a lot of people are like, but that's boring and, like, kind of removes the magic of it. But I'm like, yeah, but that's reality for you. If you let that ruin your fun, that's your problem, not ours.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a product.
At the end of the day, yeah, like, guys, they sell you stuff that you might enjoy. That is their job. And I like Warhammer. Again, I don't agree or like some things that come out of it. Again, I will still bitch and moan about Chiron and Acheron getting killed off screen, even if it's justified within a book. I don't like that decision. But does that mean Warhammer is ruined forever? No. It's just a writing decision that I don't agree with. But if I don't like it, I don't have to engage with it. But I like 500 Worlds aside from that.
Also, like, I'm sorry, but like the number of people who were into Warhammer 40k specifically for Chiron and Acheron at this point is, I'm going to say nil.
It's listen. Do you think most people that played Space Marine 2 give a shit about Chiron and Acheron? They remember Chiron and Acheron as the Scottish guy and the guy who got randomly angry. And nearly got himself killed. Now, there's me as the Ultramarine player goes, but I liked Chiron and Acheron. But guess what? I'm an insane dumb fuck. Most other people don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm a blueberry loving insane dumb fuck. Do you think GW gives you shit about my opinion? They're going to kill Acheron and Chiron. They're going to look at me and say, now buy the Titus model, you fucking mole.
Buy the model. This is our Mickey Mouse now.
This is our Mickey Mouse. Enjoy.
I'm so tired of that.
Also, yes, Mandalore. The rule is when it comes to my thumbnails and art with AG in it, is that AG has to be in some form of distress. Or he has to be explaining something. And like you can
still got the peak one.
Yeah, we got like the Hi-Fi Rush one. Like this was before like I made the rule that AG has to be in some form of distress. So like there are some like older pieces of art where like AG is like clearly excited about something, but there are other forms where like it is just he's either miserable, in panic, or he's dealing with something.
It is the existence is pain.
Wait, his name is AG? Yeah, his name is AG. Yeah, and that's our games.
Is it that, or is his name actually AG, as in A and then like AHGE?
I made a joke with like Lost in Spiral because like when I was doing editing for her, we were making jokes about like her OC like terrorizing my guy to like work for her, and the joke is that when she picked him up, the first like she asked him his name, and AG responded with "Ah!" So she's like, AG, got it. It's a joke, though. That's not the actual background for AG.
I mean, recruited to VTubing is the pipeline.
Yeah, it's like I'm still coming up with like the story and everything for like AG as my character and everything, and I don't know, like something's just kind of stuck. I wanted to come up with a name for him, but I don't know. It just feels weird to call him anything else but AG.
Valid.
The biggest shame of losing Chiron is potential for stories of Cal from before early heresy from his perspective. That's the thing. It would have been... It's not interesting to get the history of Calth. We know the history of Calth already. You read No Fear, if you want that history. What made him interesting is that he's one of the few characters from that time period to be in modern 40k, and it would have been interesting to get his perspective. Because Chiron was clearly, out of the two, Chiron was clearly the one that was more jokey and more like, he's willing to put up with stuff, whereas Gadriel wasn't. But he still had clear opinions to give. That's what made him interesting. So I would have liked to see him bounce off of Titus about all that kind of stuff. But him being from that time period, it's only interesting because he's in modern 40k.
But also the games sort of didn't have an interest in having that sort of jokey banter between the Space Marines. And I'm like, that might have been a like corporate decision.
Yeah, no, I can tell, like,
how you present your brand.
I can tell that Space Marine 2, like, been playing it a lot more and, like, really trying to get to the crux of what it is. And judging from how Saber Interactive talks about it, Space Marine 2 is a soft reboot. It's a soft reboot for Titus. It doesn't ignore the previous game, but it does try to reset him.
It's God of War.
Yeah,
it's the Viking God of War.
It's the new God of War games, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't ignore the past, but it's not interested in exploring the past. It's interested in going forward. And how do we reset Titus? Well, you make him you bring him back to the Ultramarines. You basically have him learn, like, oh, maybe I should try this instead of going that way, and then you go from there. That is the idea of
maybe I should not be a dick.
Yeah, maybe I should not be a dick. Yeah, and again, like, Space Marine 2 wasn't interested in exploring that. It was interested in getting you into the 40k universe with a very, I want to say, easy to digest story, but it expects you to fucking know what's going on before entering the story. Because, like, I had so many people.
It's better than the story of the first game, which again is just a rehash of the story of Fire Warrior.
Don't remind me.
No, I'm not letting this go.
I know, and it hurts me physically.
You fight a horde-like enemy. It is revealed halfway through that it's actually a chaos plot, and the ultimate villain wants to be bonded with a demon.
Which is just Space Marine 1's story, which is just Space Marine 2's story.
I mean, he doesn't want to be bonded with a demon. He just wants to do demon stuff in Space Marine 2.
I had a plot summary open while playing the story mode of Space Marine 2. Fire Warrior Night Vision Flashbang. Oh, wow. So this is what reliving a post-traumatic... So this is what PTSD is like. As I stare off into the distance vacantly, hearing it's quiet. It's quiet. Oh, fuck. So, upon reflection, is that a lot of my a lot of my annoyance with Fire Warrior came from the incessant noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was just too much for my brain to handle.
Too much stimulation.
Just the noises, like, constantly going off. Like, there's not a moment of actual quiet in the game. Aren't a lot of Warhammer games like...
I'm going to straight up say I don't actually think the game is that much worse than most other shooters of its time.
No, I'm not gonna be kind to it. I'm gonna be very brutally honest.
No.
That game sucks as a shooter. It is a bad game. There are things about it where I'm like, this is either average for the time, or like there is clearly way better.
Yeah.
The noise, the sound department, though, holy fuck, they clearly... The man in charge either died at the wheel or didn't give a flying fuck. Because, again, budget of a ham sandwich and a tea packet. I just realized something. Can I even show... No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I know you keep saying like budget of like a ham sandwich and that. Like, I actually don't think its budget was that much lower than most other shooters of the time. It wasn't Halo in terms of budget.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, is like I am keeping that in mind. I have to replay the game again without stream there. And again, like my first initial shock is over. Now I can look at this game critically, which is what I'm going to be doing. Secondly, I'm doing Dark Eldar next, but now I'm looking at the homunculi stuff, and I'm like, can I even show this stuff? Can I show this stuff?
No.
Probably not. Uh-oh.
You can make a joke of that and just like show the model and just have it just be covered in black bars. Like,
I'm probably going to have to do that, actually, because I do talk about the homunculi covens.
Or like inquisitorial like things like banned by order of the like YouTube Inquisition.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to do that. The only Warhammer game that Chaos isn't the hidden villain in is Total War. But even then, Total War Warhammer 1 was a greater demon of Tzeentch. At least it's not Demonculaba. Listen, Mandalore, I'm going to tell you something right now. Demonculaba is like the most basic bitch thing that we can bring up now in 40k. We have way worse. Like, that's like baby tier, this is spooky and disturbing compared to like what we have nowadays. Like, we have Nemesaur Caesaris pumping shit through people just to see what happens. Like, I don't even remember what he was doing to those poor guardsmen.
Torture? We all agree on that. That's what.
I cannot spell his name to save my life. Oh, he's not even a Nemesaur shit. I'm just stupid.
What, Sarah's?
Yeah, how do I fucking spell his name again?
Oh, I don't remember what his title is.
Well, we're gonna go find him.
Illuminor Ceres.
Illuminor. Okay. Fuck. Then we scroll down to the eyes. Nope. Scroll down to the S's. Cesarus. Okay, it's the Z in front of it. Fuck, that was fucking me up. Yeah, it's not actually clear what he was doing to them. Like, he was pumping, like, Necron energies through them or something, and just, like, seeing what happened. No, wait, no, he was pumping... I remember what he's doing.
Pariah Nexus?
Yeah, this is the Pariah Nexus, I remember.
Oh, he's trying to make Necron pariahs.
Yeah, sorry.
He's seeing if humans are basically if you can combine Necron technology with humans, basically.
Yeah.
He's trying to he's their route to soft reintroduce Necron pariahs at some point.
Yeah.
Basically.
That makes sense. He's not a fun experience for those poor guardsmen.
Nope. Also, like, the stilling is just like horrific and like a very like good kind of I don't want to say Cthulhian because it's overplayed, but you know, that sort of cosmic horror kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
this energy field that it doesn't kill you, it just makes you want to lie down and die.
Yeah, because
you just lie down and just stop.
Yeah, because I actually like what they said when I reread it, is that it's not actively hurting you, it's suppressing your soul.
Which also explains how in the Pariah Nexus show, you had guardsmen like Kriegers being affected, which are usually very resilient to bullshit like that.
But that's just Krieger just inherently bullshit.
Yeah, that's just GW loving Kriegers, and they keep slapping shit on them.
Yeah, and it's very clear that like the Pariah Nexus makes you just like it turns off your personality and you just go from like wanting to like live and do your own thing to basically just being like you become like just not wanting to do anything. You lose all motivation because like the passion and drive is gone. The very thing that makes you is gone.
Yes, Illuminar Stars. I was gonna say yes. Illuminar Stars weaponized depression, basically.
Necron's going with the get out treatment. No, they're not brainwashing people and then putting their brains in them.
No, they do that as well. They put scarabs on them to control them.
Yeah, but like that kills them by the end. They're not trying to put their brain inside them.
And also, like the Necrons are still clearly trying to figure that process out. It is not very successful.
No.
So pariahs aren't blank, or am I thinking? No, this is the thing. 40K has the same name for like multiple different things.
Yeah.
They've done it for years.
So Necron pariahs are made from blanks. That is a thing. In old lore, what they said is the way the Necrons got it to work is they had to use blanks because they were the closest to the Necron tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also in old lore said that they were kidnapping human blanks and forcing them through the process.
Yep. To turn them into Necron pariahs, because the idea of Necron pariahs when Necrons were introduced was the pariahs were like they were Locutus of Borg, basically. They were the way for the Necrons were this unknowable thing of like these robotic legions, and the pariahs were like the way you could have something that you could talk to.
Yeah.
Basically, other than just talking to the Catan.
They realized that was the problem.
They really, really like kidnapping Calidus assassins, apparently, because the Catan find polymorphine tasty.
Yeah.
This was back in the day, by the way. This is not modern. Like that has clearly been retconned.
I mean,
nowadays
that might still be the case. We don't
still be.
We don't know because even with the change to that being it's a genetic thing. We don't know if that carries over through the biotransference process.
Can the pariah gene be mass replicated like through cloning? No, or maybe we don't know.
Maybe.
Cloning in 40K is very weird. It's not like Clone Wars where like you make a perfect copy, and you can like genetically manipulate that copy to however you wish. Cloning in 40K is the clone is clearly inferior to the original, and we don't know what'll happen to it because the universe tends to really fucking hate clones.
We do know that the Mechanicus has suspected the Calexis temple of mass producing them through clones. The problem is every time they go to investigate, suddenly the temple moves somewhere else.
And that investigation team goes missing.
Mysteriously.
What a tragedy! They mysteriously disappeared. I wonder what happened. Nobody knows. Don't ask again.
That's why people don't ask questions of the Grand Master of Assassins.
Yeah.
If you have to ask Fadix a question, you will submit it in writing, and he will never get back to you.
Exactly.
No, he'll get back to you. It's usually at your funeral, though.
Yeah, like we call them psychic blanks to simplify it down. Pariahs are a unit within 40K. They do talk about how blanks are also called pariahs. It's a catch-all term. It gets very annoying to deal with because then you have to be hyper-specific about what the fuck you're talking about.
Like the Sith!
You mean the Bogan?
I mean, it's not the worst example of that in 40K.
It's not. It's really not.
I mean, if I describe something as being Dark Millennium, what am I describing?
Fuck.
4 different fucking things.
Did I hear Sith?
Or if I start talking about, I want them to bring back the Lost and the Damned.
Which
Are
one?
you talking about the Chaos faction or the Imperial faction?
Or am I talking about the supplement book from Rogue Trader? Or am I talking about...
I'm sorry, what are we talking about again?
I did actually genuinely like a suggestion that they said it would be lame, but like Tabletop Tactics were talking about it, and they said there's a theory that they might introduce Lost and the Damned back into 40K, potentially in the Eye of Terror campaign supplement. And I think the way you do it, and I think this actually would work really neatly, is make it a guard attachment that
That'd be
lets you take
interesting.
Chaos Space Marines. That lets you take Chaos Space Marines.
Do I ever think...
Lets you take CSM units and swaps out keywords.
So Titus is Astartes, Primaris, Ultramarine. You think he's ever going to get something like Terminator armor? Nope.
Nah.
They're not going to put him in Terminator armor.
Yes, Mark, you did hear Sith. And show up back here on Friday if you want to hear more about them.
Yep.
He might get it if they decide in Space Marine 3 that he gets a sequence where he's in Terminator armor.
But yeah,
That's the...
I am going to end the stream here because I would like to go make sketty for dinner. So we will be back tomorrow. We'll probably be playing some games and shit and just chilling out and talking more. Got some other plans down the tube here. But for now, the new Dawn of War video is up on Patreon. I fixed the problem. I'm so sorry for the fucking problem originally. Yesterday was awful. There are going to be quite a few changes here as well. I got a new desk, so I'm going to try and figure out how to get my multi-stream setup going. The next video after Dawn of War is going to be Need to Know Drukari, and then after that it's going to be Custodes.
Yeah.
And then after Custodes, it will be Fire Warrior. I will be doing a full video on Fire Warrior, because fuck me, right? And then 500 Worlds. I will be making a need to know on that, going into detail on that. Hello, Best Andrew. And then on the 9th, we are doing a Smash or Pass 40k characters, not Primarchs. Everyone's done Primarchs. So we're doing just the characters of 40k, like the main playable ones. And we're showing them off the Spee, Lost in Spirals. Otherwise than that, yeah, I'll keep you all posted. Please subscribe to the Patreon if you want to join the Discord and everything. He also lets you see my videos early, along with an exclusive series. But until then, everybody, let's go raid into Kraken VR, because why not?
We have a special presentation Friday.
Brought to you by TCOM, who,
A lot of Star Wars fans are very mad.
oh yeah, no, like, trust me, it's not that hard to make Star Wars fans mad. But yeah, I will talk to you all tomorrow. You all have a fantastic night, and take care, chat. Make sure to get your raid emotes ready. For those on YouTube, it is Kraken Viara, capital K, capital V, one word, or on Twitch. So if you want to go say hi to Viara, go show her some love. She's a very interesting person. So yeah, I will talk to you all later. Good night, everybody.